So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to make a blog post. So once you logged into the back end of the website, you'll see this on the left-hand side. It will be your menu of all the items that you can do, and this will be on your dashboard page. Anything you're doing, this will always be on the left. So you're going to go and you'll hit blog post, and it will take you to this page. And then this will have a list of all your blog posts that you have listed, and some will be published and then some are drafts. It just depends on if you've published it or not. So you're going to go to add post, and then once you go to add post, it will take you to this screen, which is where you can build your blog post. So the first thing you're going to want to do is add a title. So we'll just call it awesome blog post. And then as you go down, you'll see you can create different blocks just by hitting enter, or you can hit this little plus to add a block, and you can add different things you would need. So I'll show you that in a minute. So in this first block, we'll just write awesome content, and then you can just keep posting different things in these blocks, and this will be like paragraph breaks. So if you're writing a blog post and you want these to be spaced out paragraphs, that is what these blocks are for. And then so you're also going to want to set a featured image for your blog post, and this is the image that will appear when engaged couples are looking at your website and see a preview of the blog. So to do that, you're going to want to click in this title box and then go over to the right and hit featured image. And then you'll click set featured image. And it will take you to this screen that has all of the photos you have uploaded onto your website already. So for this one, we're just going to choose a new picture from your computer. So you'll go up to the top left and hit upload files, and then you'll hit select files. It will just take you to all your computer pictures, and we'll just hit this top one, and it will upload it onto your website, and then you'll have it as set featured image. And then you'll see it here. So then when you go to preview your blog on the front end of the website, that is the picture that they will see for their blog. Another thing you could do is create or add pictures into your actual blog post. So if you did these two paragraphs, but you want to make it a little more visually appealing and add different pictures throughout your blog post, you can go in between these two paragraphs and go to add block, and you'll want to start typing image in. You'll hit image, and then you're going to want to hit this little pencil so you can edit this block. And once you hit the pencil, it will say add image. So you'll go to add image, and once again, you can upload a photo from your computer, or you can just choose a photo you already had uploaded into the back end of the website. For this situation, we'll just use one we already had, so we'll choose this nice one. And then you'll see over here, it will say that it's 875 by 583 pixels, which it will show up fine. It will just be really large in your blog post. So let me just show you what it will look like. So if you go to preview this, it will just be really big in comparison to like this picture, and the font and the title. It's just really large, and that's just not always the prettiest thing. So if you want to change that, when you can go to edit image, hit that little pencil, and then hit edit image, and you can scale it so that it's a smaller size. I have found that if they are between 400 to 500 by 400 to 500, that they look best. So I always just change this front number to a 4 or 5 depending, and it will scale it for you. And then once it's scaled, you can just go back, update image, and then if you go to preview it again, it shrinks the image a little bit and it just looks a little nicer, a little cleaner. You can even do it smaller. You can make them bigger if you want. That's just a preference for you. A couple other things you can do is you can add subheadings into it. So if you wanted to break your blog post into different paragraphs with different subheadings, you can also just hit this plus button, and then you'll want to go to heading. And then there are 3 different options you can choose from: heading 2, heading 3, and heading 4. Each one is different. It's just what you want it to look like. It shows how they get smaller. So heading 2 is going to be larger than heading 3. Heading 3 is going to be larger than heading 4. So then you'll just put title. And then if you go to preview that again, you'll see that it made it the pretty cursive blue so that it looks nice and has a nice subheading. So once you have your blog post all done, there's a couple things you're going to want to do before you publish it. So you're going to want to preview it like we have, just so everything looks how you want it to. And then you're going to go to publish over here in the top right, and then you'll change the visibility. So most likely you're going to want it to be public, so you'll make it public, and then if you would want to make it private or password protected for any reason, those options are there. But most likely you're going to want it public. You can also publish it immediately, or you can schedule it. So if you want to publish it immediately, you just won't change anything, but say we want this to be scheduled for the 20th of July. You can do that and it will change that. You can also change the time. So we'll just have it scheduled for 2 p.m. But if you want to schedule it for 3 p.m., you change that. So this would be 3:42. If you want it 3 p.m. on the dot, you would just change those to 0. And then down here is where you're going to want to add tags. And in another tutorial, I will show you how you can add tags onto your website so that they already pop up here. But these are just different things that if you type in, or if engaged couples were to come on and type in, they'll be able to find this blog post because it's tagged with it, much like hashtags. So you'll want to just tag it with different things. This will be wedding, wedding inspiration, wedding planning, and you can just go on and tag it with as many as you want. The more you tag it, the easier it will be for it to pop up, and then you'll just want to schedule it. And then once it's scheduled, you can return to the top left and it will take you to view post, and then it will say awesome blog post and it's scheduled. So obviously I'm not going to want that post to be posted on our website because it wasn't fully done. So you can also edit it to add more to it. You can trash it. This is where you can change anything you would want about it. So once it's scheduled, if you didn't touch it, it would schedule it for that date. But for this situation, if you accidentally schedule something, or you do post something and you decide you don't want it anymore, or you post it and it is posted, you can edit it. So that is what you do. So you'll just go and trash it because we no longer want it. And that is how you get rid of a blog post as well. And that is all for the basics of posting a blog on your website.